Hey guys, I don't feel comfortable walking out here around 11 at night with all these slugs around, but I've received news that my package, my latest model, arrived kind of late, so I need to acquire it. The risks you take being a vlogger and one who reviews certain specimens, especially the latest ones. Hey guys, finally got it 10 days later. I am fuming. I wanted to do the review yesterday, but I was so not myself. But here it is. So, I'll tell you all about what happened while we get ripped into it. Right, I was supposed to receive this package on Friday the 25th. Got a late night email, and trust me, it would have been a much better video if I had actually collected it back then. Could have asked, you know, the staff, bouncers, other patrons. It would have been more impactful. Plus, the company Hermes was involved in this delivery, and some of you out there who frequently order know exactly what I mean. This package was delivered to the wrong address, a place that was not numbered. Then again, many of the student accommodations around here, they aren't, so that put me through a lot of stress, unnecessary stress. Slightly bent the package, but other than that, it's intact. Our fact file. Gamba, the Carcharodontosaurus. Gamba, yeah. Sounds regional. Now that is one fine poster. Let's see, what does it say? Use my sharp teeth to penetrate prey's flesh. Oh, that is quite appropriate, actually. Got a stand here. This is one of the best casings I've seen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce to you a Carcharodontosaurus, the shark-tooth lizard. That's a pretty good shot there. Carcharodontosaurus lived in the Cenomanian stage of the mid-late Cretaceous, 95 million years ago, in the Bahariya Formation and the Kemkem-Medes Formation of what is now Egypt. And it was one of them theropods that were slightly bigger than T-Rex. We're talking a length of 12 plus meters to around 13 or so. The Carcharodontosaurus are actually allosauroids, well, descendants of the late Jurassic theropods. Let's scale up this model here. Judging from this scalation, this is not accurate. Now, while this may be a large allosaurid, the Carcharodontosaurus would actually be much larger. We're talking around 1/3 at least. You've got to admire the coloration here on both. That does give homage to their relation. For those of you who are familiar with the Giganotosaurus, Carcharodontosaurus here does look almost identical. I mean, they lived just around the same time, except Carcharodontosaurus lived in North Africa, whereas the Gig lived in South America. Now, they're about the same size. There is a difference when it comes to their skull. The Carchara has a more pointed snout, and whereas the Giganotosaurus would have a more gnarly, crested snout and a distinctive chin. Let me show you for comparison. Notice here. Unfortunately, the models aren't up to scale, and I was actually really looking forward to scaling them up here. Both Giganotosaurus and Carcharodontosaurus were apex predators. Now, with the slightly different shape of a snout there, that would infer different hunting strategies. Although both predators were in areas that had high abundance of prey, and we're talking large prey. Sauropods where the Carchara was, we had a Paralotitan which would have weighed about 40-50 tons plus. Gamba here comes with an adjustable jaw, and I must say it's quite remarkable. Now, the name shark-tooth lizard, no coincidence. The teeth of Carcharodontosaurus were double-bladed, quite similar to a shark. Now, while the bite force may not have been as strong as T-Rex, it was what I would call a bleeder, kind of like a shark taking chunks out of a play. Did I say play? I meant prey. Practically letting it bleed out, or just snacking on them, piece by piece. Now, us lot who are familiar with the theropods, we know that from T-Rex, some of these specimens have been found with bite marks preserved in the fossils. Can you just imagine these razor-toothed theropods biting at each other? Imagine the injuries sustained on the face. I mean, I'm not talking like a bloody nose or something like that. No, I'm talking like, missing, lips, proper whitening, proper deformities. The Carcharodontosaurus coexisted with two other large super predators, Deltadromeus and the Spinosaurus. Now, ecological niche partitioning would have been key to being able to coexist, otherwise there would have been a great competition. Spinosaurus occupied the waters, in the mangroves, while Carcharodontosaurus would have occupied the land. Now, I don't know much about Deltadromeus. It was a more lightly built predator, so it would have had a different hunting strategy. But I'm going to say the Carchara here was the king of the land. Here we have the PNSO Spinosaurus against the Carchara, and again, size ratio is underwhelming, and that is disappointing. Yeah, the Spino would have been longer. Probably would have been able to look the Carchara right in the eye. It would be quite some sight to see a conflict between a Spinosaurus and a Carchara. The amount of bloodshed involved. Right, I'm going to review the model here. Now, terms of proportion, right, this model is actually really impressive. Just like the Allosaur. Yeah, the coloration choice is, it pays homage to the mangrove region where the Carcharo lived. I mean, I can picture one of these, you know, walking past the mangroves, and that coloration really does pay homage to that. And it was a humid, blistering climate over there. Now, let's look at the snout. Yep, the traditional Carcharodontosaurid crest there. You've got these black lips with these streaky patterns here. And look at that. Oh, look at the lower jaw. Yeah, I like this effect here. It kind of acts like it shows like an indication of when the teeth are interlock here. The arms of Carcharodontosaurus were short with 3 claws, and yes, this model here, Gamba. Yep, they're nicely hooked, unlike the Eophorn Giganotosaurus, which were like stubby and blunt, so good on them. And yeah, them claws would have had some function, would have been able to grasp prey or opponents. This specimen does give off the tropical vibes here. Nice algae green. And like the Allosaurus, it has that nice orangey bloom on the skull and the neck, and that lizard-like tail tip. It's a nice dark band, and yeah, there's got these black feet. Like Paul the Allosaurus, Gamba here has a more realistic looking red eye. You can see that. It looks more ominous. Oh, look at that palate there. I don't want to be like engulfed head first by him. Be torn to shreds. My favourite feature of this model has to be the head. I mean, like, that's the only thing I can really see aside from that coloration there. That's where all the killing power was there. And yeah, PNSO have done a wonderful job on that. Me, I personally am a real big fan of the Carcharodontosaurids. Now, these lived just around, just short of 30 million years before T-Rex. And you can see a bit of the convergent evolution going on here. Now, them two were like radically different predators. The Carcharodontosaurids were found in North America and in the southern hemisphere. I think some were found in Asia. But during the Cenomanian and Turonian interchange, they all died out. That's when the Tyrannosaurids began to have their day. Right, I'm going to put Gamba with the other 2 Carcharodontosaurids, which I will say are freakishly buff. It looks like he's going after Paul the Allosaurus there. This is looking lovely. Thanks again for watching. I hope that review was okay. Like I said, not exactly myself. I'm quite angry about the delivery company. Would have been a more epic video. Oh, but boy does Gamba look good there. I thought I'd mention that Carcharodontosaurus appears in 2 of my written works. I don't know when I'm going to get those works out and published. Now, if you're familiar with me, you know that I'm a writer and I'm still waiting on Carnian Street. So it's all about a waiting game now. Also, I've got another parcel in circulation, another larger theropod, one which kind of surprised me. It should be there. It should be at my regular tomorrow or very shortly during the week. And I'm actually quite surprised that PNSO are just pumping out new figures. Like I can't even keep track of them. The amount of specimens, right? It's just like a wish list. Oh, I mean, anytime soon, like any fan's wish will be fulfilled. But it does hurt the wallet, and you've really got to pace yourself. Well, anyway, you lot take care. Cheers.